Alrighty guys, welcome back to another one. This time, we're going to break down a Winchester 410 2.5 inch slug. This is the 1/5 ounce version, and it's rated at 1830 FPS. That is screaming, but it does weigh somewhere along the line of like 90 grains, I think. 87 maybe, I don't know, I'll calculate it here in a second, but that is a pretty lightweight slug. Neither me nor Josh have ever fired a 410 slug, whether it be 2.5 or 3 inch. Yep, never fired any. So, whenever we film these at the range, it'll be a first. I'm pretty anxious to see how they do. Now, yeah, these are a Foster slug, rifled Foster slug. Both of our guns do have fixed full chokes. That is absolutely fine. Foster chokes are fine through a full choke. And I think these are a little bit undersized anyway. We'll find that out here in a minute. But let's get you a better view of the box. These say deer on them. Guys, I don't really trust shooting a deer with one of these, but I don't know, you guys do you. We have a warning down here. Specs, side of the box. That is Olin's info? I don't know. 5 shells. More warnings on the back. Nothing really interesting on this box. Just regular old Winchester Super X. Nothing to get excited over, but nothing bad either. So, here's what the slug looks like. 410, as you guys know, is actually pretty small. Wait a second. Oh. There's a joke to be made here somewhere, but guys, just look at the... That is 10 gauge, by the way. Just insane. But yeah, here's what the slug... Wow. Here's what the slug looks like. It is tiny, as 410 is. But we have a regular Winchester 209. I'm not sure if this is brass plated or actual brass. We'll find that out too. But this isn't a Winchester AA HS hull, so it should be brass. Look at that puny little slug in there. Roll crimp actually looks kind of nice. I actually think these look really cool. And I've put off buying them for so long, but now I have some and I'm kind of glad I do. These are actually pretty cool to me. Looks like we have quite a tall felt wad in there too. I'd imagine this does have a fairly significant powder charge, judging by this dark coloration of the hull. Hope you guys can see this on camera. But yeah, it looks like we might have quite a bit of powder in here. Maybe a plastic gas seal, a felt wad, it could be fiber, don't know. And then our slug right here. I've never, obviously, broken one of these open. I have no idea how they're loaded or anything, but we're about to find out. Let's unroll this and see how it's made. Moment of truth, brass or steel? Oh, it's brass. This is a magnet, and it is not sticking. Cool. So, I got it unrolled. Here's what the slug looks like. It is absolutely tiny. It is hollow point, or not hollow point, hollow base. It is a Foster slug. It does have rifling. Pretty nice rifling, actually. We did have a hollow point on it, but I kind of mangled it when I was unrolling the hull a little bit on top. Sorry, guys. But it'll still shoot just fine. It's not in bad shape at all. Just the top got a little nicked. So let's find out if this little thing is actually 41 cal or not. I'm going to say no, because it was a little bit loose in that hole. Looks like it measures 395. And I do have the calipers on the very bottom of the slug, its widest part. Yep, 395, not even 40 cal, but I suspect that's due to a lot of 410s out there are single shots with fixed full chokes. Or people just don't want to be changing out their chokes constantly, I guess, I don't know. But yeah, even if it was full bore 410, it's still safe to fire through a full choke. Okay, now here's something really cool and unexpected. Instead of a felt wad that was in there, it's sawdust. Or what appears to be sawdust. It might be some kind of nutshell. But guys, that is no... I thought it was a felt wad or maybe fiber. No, it's sawdust. So this thing has powder a plastic gas seal, which you'll see in just a moment. It's a bit odd too. What appears to be sawdust, and a nitro card, and then slug. This is a really cool load. I did not expect that. So for a charge, we have 12.8 of some weird ball powder that has a, well, in person, noticeable yellowish green hue to it. Sort of like that stuff right there. The slug weighs 92.8 grains. That should be 0.20 of an ounce. If the, well, it's a little bit more than 1/5 of an ounce. Just a hair more, but still more. 1/5 would be 0.20. But there you go, guys. That's how much the slug weighs. 92.8 grains, or 0.212 of an ounce. So that was probably actually 13 grains, not 12.8, because as you can see, there's a little bit of powder left behind down there. And we have what appears to be a straight wall shell. I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell with this one. I don't really want to cut the hull up, but I'm pretty sure that the HS hulls in 28 and 410 are straight wall with a high separate base wad. That is noticeably shorter than the 12 gauge version, or the 28, sorry, 20. Getting my numbers mixed up, guys. But regular Winchester primer looks pretty good in there. So, Tyler of the future here, made a little mistake, guys. I went ahead and put that back together without showing you guys the gas seal and the nitro card. Well, what happened is I just threw the shell back together after one of these clips here in this video, and I showed you at the end I had put it back in this Winchester hull. Then I realized during editing I had forgot to show these two things right here. So then I took the shell back apart, and I figured, well, it's probably not going to work out if I try to roll it again, so I just went ahead and cut it up. Figured I'll just stick it in a Fiocchi. So I cut it up and immediately stuck it back in a Fiocchi, only to realize that I forgot to record the segment of these pieces right here, so I cut the Fiocchi hole back open, and now I'm not forgetting anymore. So here is our plastic gas seal. Now it's in focus. It is blue, double-sided. It is symmetrical. Here's where I had to pull it out with a screw, which is fine because this is actually like 1/2 inch thick, and it's solid. It is not just paper thin in the middle. And the nitro card, I may have mentioned this one earlier. I can't really remember, to be honest, because it's been about 20 minutes since I recorded the video. It is 1/4 of an inch, and it is in two pieces because the first time I pulled it out of the Winchester, I broke it in half. But it is 1/4 inch. And here's what it looks like now, but I'll just let the rest of the video play out. Just know that this one is now in a Fiocchi, not the Winchester or the first Fiocchi. And I'm pretty confident in saying that I can re-roll this, and you might not be able to tell that it was ever opened up. Well, probably not, but still, let's see if I can re-roll this. Well, it came out alright. Not perfect, but it ain't gotta be. All that matters is it's sealed in there nice and tight. Our Winchester Super X branding is gone now. It rubbed off on my fingers. See how it's black now? Yeah, it rubs off. They all do that, but it's fine. Went back together okay. Well, there you go, guys. That is Winchester's Super X 2.5 inch 410 1/5 ounce slug. That was really interesting and a lot of fun, to be honest. I'm going to go on the, I'm going to be on the lookout for more 410 slugs. These were pretty cool. And yes, we will be doing a range segment on these. We'll step back to maybe 20 yards and put up an 8-inch square on the board and see if we can keep these in an 8-inch group. I'm pretty sure we can. The reason for 8 inches is because that's roughly the size of a deer's vitals. And inside 20 yards, yeah, this might be an okay option to use, but personally I wouldn't. But that's just me. But these are marketed towards deer. Anyway, guys, I think that's going to be the end of this one. Thank you for watching. This was a lot of fun. We'll see you in the next one.